Hi, welcome. I'm Joy and this is my channel Yoga with Joy. This is a practice where we stay on the mat, so there's no standing postures or anything like that. And I guess our peak posture is at the end. We do halasana, which is the plow pose. So we start in a half shoulder stand and then go into plow. And because it's a fairly short practice, we don't stay in very long. And we kind of move fairly swiftly into it. So do look after yourself and just check, maybe watch it first if you don't know plow posture is an inversion. Maybe just watch that a little bit first before joining in. Yeah, better than turning your neck when you're in an inversion like that. Apart from that, yeah, we just flow through some nice warm-ups and I hope you enjoy it.
Oh, radiant sun, pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss, remove the veil so I can see, illuminate my heart, awaken me.
So we'll start in seated. Finding yourself a comfortable seat, you can place a block or a blanket underneath to support your sit bones. You could be kneeling, cross-legged, any way you'd like to sit. And start with your eyes closed. And draw your attention to your breath. So notice how you're naturally breathing. And then begin to deepen the inhale and soften and lengthen the exhale. Breathe in through the nose, inhale. Out through the nose, exhale. And notice as you're breathing, there's a slight elongation of the spine on your inhale. So creating a little bit of space between each vertebrae. That's what it can feel like. Notice how if you do this, your heart gently begins to rest over your pelvis. Your head very gently begins to rest over your heart. And then with every exhale, there's a softening. And the softening of any areas that don't need any tension, can release and let go. Shoulders and the arms, the back of the neck, across your brow. Taking a few more breaths like this, conscious, natural, deep breath. And then you can begin to open the eyes if you wish. And start to have a look over your shoulder, exhaling, and then inhaling forward, and exhaling over to the other side. Bring your head back to center, and then the ear, the left ear to the left shoulder, softening the shoulder. Soften both the shoulders. Inhale up, and then over to the other side. I'm just taking one on each side of these exercises, and then we'll take one neck circle or head circle, one way and then the other way. So inhaling up, being careful of the back of your neck, exhaling down, and then the other way. Wonderful. And lifting up. Fantastic. let's rotate the shoulders forward. And backwards. And then back to stillness. Wonderful. That's great. Bringing out the arms. Have a little flick of the fingers. And lifting up. Wonderful. Good. Nice strengthening arm exercise, this one. And lifting up. Have a little stretch up and wait. Maybe have palms together and then just wiggle from side to side. Gently move. So you're really moving your hip, or your hips won't be moving, but you're moving your waist from side to side. Releasing the movement. And then over to the other side, over to one side. Stretching out the opposite side of your upper body, your trunk. A couple of breaths here. Relaxing the lower arm. And the upper arm, you could actually move it back a little bit if you wish. It opens up the chest. Inhale up. Over to the other side. Stretching out the side body. Now release full breaths and opening up if you wish. Opening up the shoulder, the chest. Inhale up. Exhale, bringing the hands down. Wonderful. And a couple of circles of the shoulders and back again. Wonderful, that's great. Okay, let's come into a twist. So if you need to bring your feet out, please do. Just give yourself a bit of a break. And come into a twist over to the side, opposite hand on the knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, soften into the twist. Hand behind here. Taking a few slow, deep breaths. Breath in and then back to center. Fantastic. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over to the other side. A few full breaths. Inhale and then back to center. Lovely, good. Let's lean back on the hands and straighten the legs, point and flex the feet. It's wonderful. And then wrap one foot, taking it in circles one way, and then the other way. Great. And then the other one way, and then the other way. Lovely. We'll bring the feet together and we'll have quite a wide Baddha Konasana. So this is like a bit like a diamond. Sometimes it gets called diamond. So inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, gently folding forward as far as your body wants to go today. So hip opener. Enjoy this lovely hip stretch. Taking deep breaths as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. So feeling the spine moving upwards, opening up the hips. And then exhale, folding forward. The shoulders are stretching now, folding forward. Take a breath in, and then exhale, bringing yourself back up. Lovely. It's perfect. Placing the knees. And then we'll come onto all fours. So your hands are below your shoulders and the knees are below the hips. We can start by swaying the hips from side to side. And the shoulders can move in the opposite way. So your hips are going in one direction and the shoulders are complementing the movement in the other way. And then you can start to move the belly up and then around and down. So exhaling, the belly comes up and then down. So it's like you're a washing machine or wheel turning around. So it's going around like this. Wonderful. And then the other way. Perfect. That's great. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll bring the right leg back and just give it a little rock back on the toes. That's good. And then lowering the knee down, and then the other side, the left leg, rock back on the toes. Then place the knee down, perfect. Then opening up the knees, touching the toes, and come back into an extended child's pose. So the arms are out. We're not kind of, unless you really want to, we're not kind of really relaxing fully into the posture. We're actually keeping some wake up activation, so we can actually even come up onto fingertips and activate the arms and have a little look forward, if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, just place your hands down, but keeping some movement with the breath. Inhaling up and exhaling down, stretching out your upper, middle back, shoulder blades, through the arms and the shoulders. Stretching out your hips. And then we'll begin to walk ourselves forward. So we're going to come into a prone position. Let's slide forward on our forearms, closing the knees now so they're hip width. And then coming into Sphinx. And resting here for a moment in Sphinx, so the elbows are below the shoulders, having a little look up. The feet are about shoulder width apart probably. A little bit wider than hip width. Inhaling and exhaling here in this supported back bend. So inhaling up and exhaling, take a little dip down, release the shoulders. So your chest is coming, it feels like it's coming through your shoulders, stretching out. Inhale up. The chest is lifting up. And the shoulders are planting, kind of like they're being planted down towards the mat. Exhale, down, chest down, and the shoulder blades down. Feels like they're going below your shoulders almost. Inhale up. Your tummy, your abs will be a bit engaged at this point. Exhale down. Listen to your body though, so if this is feeling uncomfortable in any way, just please modify the movement. Inhale, looking up, and then exhale, resting down so that you're on your hands, and rock your hips from side to side. Lovely, good. Then we'll turn the toes round, come up onto the knees, stretch back for a moment in puppy pose, and then come up into half downward dog. That means you've got bent knees and your chest is gently being encouraged back towards your knees. And lift up into a cute dog where you're really on your tiptoes. And slowly Bring the heels down. Lovely. That's perfect. Walking out your dog one heel at a time. And then lower the knees down. Bring them through. So you're sitting on the mat. Legs nice and long. Bring your padding, if you have any padding behind you, draw it behind you. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, soften into Paschimottanasana. So depends wherever you are going to hold. So it might be your feet. It might be here on your shins, up at your thighs. Gently fold forward. Nice. Good. There's a lengthening here and a softening. Inhale and exhale, release. Fantastic. And find yourself down onto the mat. With the knees hip width apart and the feet hip width planted on the mat, I'm going to take just a couple of curls of the pelvis. So exhale up. Inhale down, lifting up your pelvic floor, maybe a few more than a couple. Exhale up, lifting up pelvic floor. Inhale down. Pressing your curvature, your lumbar curvature in the back of into the mat. Inhale down, one more. Exhale up. Inhale down. And now we're going to come back into halasana, which is the plow posture. But we'll start by a half shoulder stand before moving into plow. So take a breath in. And then exhale. Bring yourself up, being quite careful of your neck. So making sure you don't move your neck at all. And holding somewhere in your sacrum or your kind of buttocks area and your hips, and coming into a half shoulder stand. Now making sure you don't look at the video or don't turn your head. You're moving your feet back towards the mat or the floor behind you. And it might feel comfortable here, or it might be that you're still up. It might be comfortable with your feet on the floor, but it might feel that you need to have your legs up in the air a bit. Deep, full breaths. And then gently moving out of the posture. And lifting up into half shoulder stand. And then gently bringing yourself down. Bringing your feet back down onto the mat. Now hopefully that was fine for you. So rest here for a moment. Hopefully you didn't do a mischief to your neck or anything like that. Resting down on the mat for a moment. And before bringing the knees in for a knee hug and have a little rock from side to side. Place your feet down. Then we're going to bring the right leg up, and the right ankle is on left thigh. Bring the hands through, so the right hand is through your legs, and you're either taking the shin or behind your thigh. Drawing the legs into this leg cradle. It's reclined pigeon. And then releasing down. And then the other side. So left ankle on right thigh. Bring the left hand through, clasping the thigh or the shin. I sometimes like to rock from side to side. And then place the feet back down and coming down into Savasana. So the legs are wide, hands are by the side. Resting here. Feeling your whole body rest and relax after the Plough posture, halasana. There's some strong, an inversion often creates a bit of heat, a bit of prana rushing around the body. Really good for you, practice inversions. Let your whole body relax. Just relax for a moment. Feeling fully supported by the mat beneath you. And then when you're ready, you can follow me or you can stay relaxing for longer. But then come onto your side if you're following me. Then bring yourself up. That's great. Into a seated position, whatever that is. Taking a couple of deep breaths to complete the practice. Softening your shoulders when you exhale. And bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this practice. So nice to have you. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, that's really helpful. And comments and likes really help my channel. So it just keeps it all flowing. And looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss. Remove the veil so I can see. Illusion